Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. It is Friday 15 with your boys at Mindset to Mike. Jimmy on this side.
Welcome back, everybody. Drew over here. Hopefully you're having a solid little Friday.
Dude, like every day, you could treat every day like Friday, but there is something special about actual Friday.
Yeah, I agree. There's always talk about a day to day, but, I think it's all about what you got going on in your life.
Straight up. If said that what is cool about Friday, you treat every day like Friday and then life is grand. But what is unique is the weekend. Most people, the weekend, right? Because you're working all week. So the
Right.
weekend you get to enjoy the things that you enjoy, friends, family, fun, booze, probably.
Freaking the bad, sipping on the bad juice.
Yeah, man. So the weekend's coming up. It's gonna be exciting, man. You got huge plans or what?
I'm going to be there, baby, tonight.
Ooh, come on home to me.
Maybe land in Cleveland at like 11:30 tonight, so it's going to be late.
Damn.
Yeah.
Just for the weekend, huh?
Yeah. Well, actually, I'm staying until Monday, and I'm flying straight from there to Minnesota for a work trip.
Jet
But
setters.
what's that?
You guys are young jet setters, man.
Yeah, man. Just out here in 30,000 feet living life.
Cruising altitude. Cool, man.
What
That's
you got
cool. I,
going on?
I don't got much going on, man. I was supposed to go to a little 50th birthday shindig, but that did not pan out. So I don't got much going on, man. I'm gonna watch some football, Ohio State Buckeyes, some Cleveland Browns, and that's about it,
Michigan
dude. Hang
State.
out with the boy.
Michigan State this week, huh?
We should whoop that ass, but
Yeah.
maybe not because we are poopy
Sketchy.
this year.
Sketchy, man. It's just no consistency.
Oh, we're
Get
struggling,
nervous.
dude. Michigan's looking good. This might be the year.
Yeah.
I hate to say it. This might be the year they get us.
They're what, number 3 or 4?
Or
3, 4.
it's
Notre
been
Dame's
like a
number 3.
decade since they got a W. We'll give them one.
Yeah, man, it's good. It's good for the competition.
Keep the rivalry strong.
Right.
Anyway, man, happy Friday, everybody. Good to be here talking to you guys. You're like family already. If you're listening,
It's so warming, just knowing that every time I come across a post or watch the numbers increase, man, it's just like a little shot of love.
I get warm. I take my shirt off.
So
I get hot, boy. Nipples sweat,
y'all keep listening. Jimmy gonna start scripting out here.
but naked. All right, man. Let's hit them with. I got this quote I wanted to hit them with on this little quick Friday 15. So I've been reading Marcus Aurelius Meditations, the book, right? Hell of a book so far, by the way. But man, so like it's just full of highlights from me so far. I'm highlighting everything I like. That's what I do when I'm reading these books, is I get my highlight on. So this one hit me, man. I like this one a lot. He says, a man should hold on to the opinion not of all, but of only those who confessedly live according to nature. Right? I'm like, ooh.
Deep.
So the Jimmy definition, the Jimmy translation of that is you should only give a damn about the opinion of people who are doing things the right way. You know what I'm saying? We all go through life and people love to give their opinion even when you don't ask for it, especially on social media.
Right.
And even whether it's at work, man, people might give you their opinion on something you're doing, or maybe about us doing this podcast, and in your mind, you have a tendency, just the human, to put some value in that because they expressed it to you. So, man, somebody told me yesterday our podcast sucks, man. Oh, right. I get all down about it, like, man, our podcast sucks. But what he's saying here is you need to put value only in the opinions of people who are doing it right. So if the person who told me the podcast sucks is doing nothing with their life, right? There's somebody that's not willing to put themselves out there, not willing to talk about the type of content we're talking about, doing none of this stuff. Really, there's no weight, no impact, no bearing on what we're doing in our lives. Why would I waste my time and energy just feeling down about that or putting weight on what they said? And really, it doesn't matter. Now, if it was somebody like a Tim Ferriss or like a, heavy in the game of what I'm trying to do or what we're doing with this podcast, then maybe I put some weight in what he's saying, his opinion. And he says, you should do this differently. I would care about that. But if just some dude I ran into at Speedway was like, hey, man, y'all need to do the podcast different. Chunk him a deuce or a middle finger, one of the two, and just get out of there.
Yeah, I think a lot of that stuff is, it's relative when it comes to people's opinions, especially if everyone has their own priorities or how they see things. So if it doesn't align with your vision and your goals, then, it's always good to at least hear advice or whatever and opinions, but you have to know how to filter through them to where, is it really valuable? Does it have any value or meaning towards what you're actually trying to do? And that comes from the source of the person. You got to know that person well enough to understand their intentions. Or, if it's like some random dude talking shit, then I don't have 2 seconds for that kind of shit. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. I'm doing it on my own. And you got to show me or let me know that you're doing it right. It happens a lot with parenting too, dude. Now that I got a kid, like you hear a lot of people say, and not necessarily to me, but about I've noticed it more that I have a kid. People without kids will say, oh, so-and-so was doing this with their kid. Like, why would you do that? And, like, that's a bad idea. You should do it this way. They should do it this way. It's like, you don't even have what are you talking about?
Right.
You don't even have a kid. Why are you even discussing it? No, not only is your opinion not asked for, it's not warranted and it's not credible. Credibility is the key. That's the word I think we're looking for.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a good one.
Is if you're sharing your opinion and it's not credible, first of all, don't share it. But more importantly, if someone shares their opinion with you and they're not credible, don't listen to it. Don't put time, energy, emotion into it. Keep it moving. Like you need to raise your kid this way. You don't even have kids. So I'm not like upset you said it. I don't care that you keep moving. I don't care.
Yeah. And this could go like, just because someone is older than you, even, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like in the workplace, even your parents, like, don't place value on things because you think that they are more knowledgeable than you. That's you could surpass people that are older than you quickly if you're open-minded enough and you take the initiative to learn things. So, just because even your parents or someone tells you not to do something that you really are interested into doing and passionate about, people will kill their dreams based on the opinions of their superiors or whatever. So it's like, really, take a step back and look at what it is that you want to do, and don't let anyone else influence you unless that person has achieved some type of success. It could be some form of a mentor. That's who you should be listening to. An idol that's already been there and done that and can provide like true value.
Or just a couple of your boys, man, especially if they're just recording podcasts every week to help you live your life. You know what I'm saying? Listen to them dudes.
So take our opinions fucking serious.
Yeah, man. And I think it happens at work a lot too. You kind of alluded to that. You might be reporting to somebody that's been in their role for years and years, and they're telling you how you should be doing things. And of course, some of that you have to kind of humor them because you report to them. But if you're doing things to advance your career beyond that, and they're kind of giving you opinions and information that's going to lead you in the direction they are, you need to step back and say, wait a minute, is this person what I want to be, or do I want to go further? Because if I want to go further, then their opinion on certain things doesn't matter because they've never gone further. Right. So they're not qualified to give me that opinion. They're not credible. Yeah. So to a certain extent, the person you report to can be credible, but if they're steering you in a way that can't get you further than they are, or they're giving you information that's beyond them up the food chain, if you will, at some point you got to cut them off, buddy. It's not credible anymmer. Don't cut them off, but you just don't got to really value it or act on it.
Or you bring your counter, be counteractive with things and bring them advice. Like you're in a role for a specific reason. It's not his job to do your job. It's your job to know your job better than he knows it. Right.
Yep.
So you can roll things up the chain of command just as easy.
And if you're going for something above that person, let's say, like, let's say you're a team lead, you report to a manager, and you want to be a director, right? And the manager has never been a director of anything, right? You want to be a director of a different part of your business. He's never done that. If he's giving you opinions on what it takes to be that, buddy, like at this point, neither of us have ever been that. Right. So neither of us have a good opinion. So at this point, am I going to take your opinion on it, or am I going to trust myself? Because none of us have done it. Neither of us are credible. So you got to go with yourself on that one. it's really just about realizing and auditing the person giving you an opinion. And are they credible? Is an opinion worthwhile of you following? And before you start putting your emotions into it and acting on it and heading down a trail you don't belong.
That's why I carry a little card with me, bro. It says credentials.
Oh,
You know? Where's your credentials? Right here.
oh, do you really?
No, that'd be good.
Yeah, that's funny. That's a good bar joke right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, I don't know. So I thought that was good. Let me read it back one more time for y'all.
Hit him.
A man should hold on to the opinion not of all, but of those only who confessedly live according to nature. Are you living right? Otherwise, I don't need your opinion, my guy. I don't need it.
Keep it where it belongs, in that little brain.
Drew Dog, bro, it's snowing in Ohio, man.
I know, man. I'm not looking forward to that.
You just decide you want to fly in, jet set across the country, and it starts snowing.
It's that time, man.
That ice cold heart you got.
Bringing the snow, bro.
Yeah, man. Cool. So, I think that's really it for 15 Friday. Well, actually, hold on. Did you hear about that breakthrough?
I did not.
It was like Monday or Tuesday. It was all over the news. It was they finally came out with a vehicle that runs on water.
We're doing this again?
They're calling it a boat.
Okay.
Bro, we're going to do this every podcast.
Every week, same joke.
Same joke till they get it, boy. Sometimes I'll tell a joke like to somebody at work and they'll be like, dude, like, you just told me that like a couple hours ago. But the thing is, I got so many jokes, you know what I'm saying? So many hitters.
Rolodex.
Yeah, sometimes you stumble across the same one.
That's all right. I'm sure they got just as much of the laugh out of it this time as they did last time.
Yeah, man. Oh, and an update for everybody before we get out of your hair. The bands that I was supposed to ship to Drew weeks ago are finally there. They have arrived. So if you still want a band, we got a bunch left. Hit us up, hit me up, hit Drew up. We can both do the shipping now. If you're in the Arizona area, Drew can deliver it by hand, on foot. He'll probably just walk to you with bare feet.
Bare feet.
So hit us up, man. We still got those bands. Shipping them. I owe a couple to a couple people. We'll get those out immediately. And otherwise, man, for me, I hope you guys just have a fantastic weekend. I hope you took some value in what we were talking about today. Keep listening, like, share, comment. We're going to keep going. Love talking to you guys. Love hearing the feedback. And until next time, I hope you just please grow your brain a little bit.
That's it. Stay productive and get shit done.